All right, here's a question where we're asked to multiply these two radicals. Whoops, let me get a different color here. I have to multiply those two radicals. Well, if they're both under square roots, then what I can do is I can just write them all within one radical. So 2 times x times y times 14 times x times y. I don't know if that's a 14 or a 4. Let's go with a 4. Okay, and then they want us to simplify that. Well, I know that if I have square roots, I need two things inside, and I can bring one out. So maybe let me just rewrite this, and I'll show you a couple of different ways. But I can have 2 times x times y. 14 would be 7 times 2. There's another x, and then the y, if there's 4 y's, I'll just write them out, 4 of them. So if there's two things the same inside the square root sign, I can bring one out. So I guess if you wanted to rewrite this, you could rewrite it like this. 2 times, there's another 2, and then times x, and there's another x, times, there's just 1, 7, and then there's 4 y's. Oh no, there's another y there. So there's 5 altogether. Okay, so there I have that. Like I said, every time I see two things inside, I can bring one out. There's 2 x's, I bring 1 x out. There's 2 y's, I'll bring 1 out. But then there's another 2 y's, I'll bring another y out. And I think I've matched up everything. So what's left inside there will be the square root of a 7 and a y. Outside here, of course, you could rewrite this as 2x y squared times the square root of 7y. Now I said you could do this another way. Let me just show you that. So you could also, let me just rewrite this. So 2 times 14. With the numbers, I would split those. So 2 times 7. But then the x's, I would collect those. So I would call it x squared. And the y's, I'd do the same thing. It'd be y to the 5th. Okay, so I'm taking the square root of all that. So I see the two 2's. I can bring a 2 out. And then here, there's 2 x's. I'll bring 1 x. And there's 5 y's, so there's 2 pairs in there. So I can bring 2 y's out. And then I'm left with, so I've taken care of that, and these 2, and all but one of those. So I'm left with 7y inside. So that is the same as that. Hopefully that helps you in simplifying or multiplying radicals.